big news coming up here in San Diego. We have the new Top Gun movie coming out.
Finally.
At the end of this month. So we thought it'd be a good idea to go check out some of the filming locations of the original Top Gun.
Let's check it out. I was waiting for you to check it out.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Okay, so we are at our first stop on our Top Gun tour here. We are in Mission Beach outside the Plunge pool they call it here in Mission Beach.
What part of the movie was filmed here?
This, Courtney really wanted to check out this scene because this is where the locker room scenes were filmed. Right after Goose died, they came here and everyone was consoling Maverick.
In the locker room.
It was very sad with their shirts off. So
yeah.
Courtney really wanted to check this out. Unfortunately, we tried to get into the locker rooms and they would not let us in. But if you want to go check out with the camera,
can't take a camera in the
locker room. The locker room is ridiculous. So this is also a good place to do like birthday parties. You can run out here.
Yeah.
They have floating obstacles.
It's got like an obstacle course. It's got just like free swim pool area. It's got lanes, you know, to do laps, swimming laps. It's also connected to a fitness club, which has like a full gym and everything. So this building gets a lot of use still, not just for Top Gun scenes.
This is probably one of the more touristy areas in all of San Diego too. So you also have Belmont Park just next door, and then you have the ocean right behind us back there.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
So a very good place to check out our first stop on our tour, Plunge Pool at Mission Beach. All right, where are we on our next stop of our Top Gun tour?
We are in front of Solaire. Is that correct?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Solaire. The restaurant, you know, where Tom Cruise walks down the steps and gets on his motorcycle.
And Charlie's chasing after him.
And you just reenacted this for us in our Liberty Station video. But we're back again for all the Tom Cruise fans out there who want to stand where he stood and walk the same steps.
So these steps right down here is where they run down. We'll flip around. He runs down these stairs, just like Courtney will reenact for us right now. And he jumps on his motorcycle. And she's trying to stop him from getting away. And what does he say? I can't hear you! I can't hear you!
I can't hear you!
But just look up the Solaire restaurant in Liberty Station and you can reenact running down the stairs
Solaire?
here.
Did I call it Solaire?
I called Solaire. I could be wrong.
I could be. I bet you're right. That's
so this is stop number 2 on our Top Gun locations tour in San Diego. Yeah. On to the next one. So one stop that is probably one of the more memorable scenes from Top Gun, the volleyball scene that everyone likes to talk about. And Courtney was really bummed that we didn't get to go there. It was actually filmed at the Miramar Air Force Base in Miramar, but unfortunately the volleyball courts are no longer there. So
they got rid of them. I hope they put something else.
I know. I feel like that was probably one of the more
pretty cool.
memorable scenes in that movie.
Right.
So it's kind of a bummer we didn't get to see that part, but if you're ever looking for that, you will not find it because it no longer exists.
You wouldn't be able to get on the Air Force Base anyway,
you can also not get in the Air Force
unless
Base
you're actively in the military.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, fun fact. So where are we trying to get to?
Trying to see Viper's house.
So we're at the Cabrillo National Monument and we're trying to find, apparently you can see it from the lighthouse.
Right.
Which is a little bit of a walk from here.
A little bit of a hike from the actual monument up to the old lighthouse, which looks down on the new lighthouse, which is where Viper's house is located.
All right, let's go check it out.
Okay.
Okay, well, it took us a minute to find Viper's house, but we are just out down the street from Cabrillo National Monument.
Right, so right by the old lighthouse that's no longer in use that you can actually tour and get the history of the old lighthouse. Just down the hill is the new lighthouse, and that is where we found Viper's house.
And that is the scene where after Goose died, very sad, he went to go seek the advice of Viper.
Right.
And see if he could still fly again.
Right.
So it's very intense. And this must be the most expensive real estate in like all of San Diego. So Viper must get paid very well to be a
pretty gorgeous, pretty prime location there with like 360-degree ocean views. It's gorgeous. And you can't actually go down there. It is still actively part of the military base,
right.
correct?
You can go hiking all around here though, but I don't think
yes.
you can get to the lighthouse.
Yes,
so
you just have to take it in from on top of the mountain here.
Yes, and there's some beautiful views up here. I mean, some of the best in all of San Diego. So if you ever want to check it out, this is a great place to look. And so this is a national monument, national park.
Right.
It does cost $20 to get in here, so just make sure you have a credit card with you when you go in to pay.
Yes, I believe it was no cash, just credit card.
Right,
so
correct.
Make sure you want to spend some time here. It's a great place to have a picnic. Like I said, it's 360-degree views of the city, the coastline, the Coronado Bridge, the ocean, your favorite Top Gun movie spots, locations. It's just a great way to celebrate the rich military history that San Diego has. Like, you know, like I've said before, we have almost every branch of the military represented here in San Diego. And I mean, if you just want to stand here and watch all the military vehicles go by, helicopters and jets, and you know, there's the freighters and the destroyers out in the ocean. I mean, if you're any kind of history buff, military buff, this is a great place to come.
It's a great place to check out no matter
Yeah.
what. And just one fun fact about this lighthouse, apparently it's haunted. Ooh. All right, so we are now at one of the more iconic Top Gun locations here in downtown San Diego at Kansas City BBQ. You may recognize this spot from when they sing Great Balls of Fire, when the whole crew with Goose and Maverick and Goose's wife, Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, so it's Anthony Edwards on the piano in there.
Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire!
Woo! Maverick, would you go fetch him?
I hear they still have the piano.
Still original piano here. Actually, part of this actually burned down a few years back, but I think they've managed to save most of the memorabilia here. Great place to check out. One of the easiest places to check out in downtown San Diego because you can just walk right in, order food. The next stop on our Top Gun locations tour is the corner of Laurel and Union Streets in Bankers Hill. What scene was this from?
This is when, you might recall, right here at this hill is when Charlie races her convertible up. She's chasing Tom Cruise, who's on his motorcycle. She's in the convertible. The car like catches some air.
Flying over that
hill. This is the hill she came up. This is the big palm tree you see. She's confessing her love to him.
She's doing she was playing favoritism to him in any way, but she loves him.
Yes.
And this is where they announce their love.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes. It looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, looks exactly the same. The palm tree is still there, as you can see.
Freeway running right there in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Wonder how fast that car had to be going to take lift off here.
Probably
at the top of this
pretty
hill.
fast, I would imagine. Another spot that we didn't quite have time to get to today for our Top Gun tour was the Lafayette Hotel in North Park. This is where they filmed the You've Lost That Loving Feeling song, as everyone knows, probably one of the more well-known scenes from the movie. Unfortunately, it is not a restaurant anymore. Now it's like a banquet hall in there, so there wasn't much to see, which is why we're kind of skipping it. But
it's a cool spot.
It's
a cool spot to go to. You can rent the little hotel rooms around their pool area. You can just rent them for the day and have day use, which is really fun. It's a nice pool, fun place to hang out. And I also wanted to mention, I think I have some video of you singing that song.
That's never happened.
There's some amazing karaoke footage of Byrne really nailing that.
I am really good at that song, but whatever.
How great would it be if we could just splice some of that footage?
Maybe we'll just throw it in there.
We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
You lost that love feeling, now it's gone,
All right, the next stop on our Top Gun tour is up in Oceanside. This is the home of Charlie, aka Kelly McGillis. This house actually used to be right down the street on Pacific Avenue, but they just moved it down the street because they've just built this huge resort down there. So it just reopened last week, so this is a pretty big deal. I'm actually excited to see it because it's been boarded up for like the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 years. So now it's finally opened. It just opened last Friday, and it is now a pie shop. I was told it was probably going to be some sort of museum, but some guy from Palm Springs bought it and now created some kind of high-end pie shop called Hi Pie. This house was actually built in 1887 and just recently restored. So let's go check it out. All right, so we just finished our tour of the Top Gun filming locations in San Diego. Which one was your favorite?
I mean, I liked getting some barbecue food.
I was really hungry, so that was probably my favorite.
And they had tons of memorabilia in there, so that was really cool.
So if you're a big movie fan, that's a good place to check out. They all are, but that one had the most memorabilia.
And it seemed like there were a lot of people in there who actually were there to see the Top Gun memorabilia.
They were. A lot of people talking about it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So we are staying outside the USS Midway, which was not part of the movie, but we thought it would be a good way to end the tour.
It was not actually used. It is an active, it's not active like they're not flying jets off of it.
Jets on it.
But it is a museum now, and you can go and you can tour the USS Midway, and it would be very similar to where they were, you know, taking the jets off the aircraft carrier in the film. And they actually just had the premiere of the movie was held right up on the flight deck there, and Tom Cruise flew in his own helicopter, landed it on the flight deck, and made his grand entrance on the red carpet from the helicopter.
I believe our invitations got lost in the mail for the premiere, but maybe we'll be there for Top Gun 3.
Yeah, well, I was going to take my helicopter too and land it, and they said I couldn't do that anymore because Tom was doing it already. So.
Always showing us up, Tom.
I know. But also, if you are a member of the USS Midway, they do Top Gun screenings from the flight deck during April and in the summer. Once you get to actually watch the movie up there on the flight deck, where they have all kinds of helicopters and military aircrafts. It's really cool.
Super cool place to check out. If you've never been, I highly recommend the USS Midway. That's it.
That's the end of our tour.
I appreciate you guys checking in. If this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every week. And if you want to buy a home, feel free to reach out. All right, thanks for watching. Catch us next time.
Bye.